Today is the day that everyone's been waiting for. So as many of you know, a couple weeks ago I went to the pet store, the one I'm going to be working at today. I'm starting today, everyone, so it's pretty exciting. And I bought 2 blue velvet shrimp, a male and a female. As many of you know, the female was actually pregnant. I did this on purpose because 1, I knew it was a female for sure then, and 2, I got a head start in the process. But here's the craziest part. She gave birth this week. She actually started giving birth on Sunday. This was extremely exciting because Sunday morning I came home from up north, and I came home to 3 baby shrimp. Now, I had no idea that it was going to happen this soon, but I had a feeling she was getting pretty close. But obviously, the moment I saw them, I grabbed my camera and started filming. So the first thing I filmed was a time lapse of her moving around her cage. Now, I thought this would be fairly interesting because you can kind of see the patterns a female shrimp takes when she's pregnant. This is a crucial part in her pregnancy. Usually when female shrimp are giving birth, they hide. Overall, I think it was a really crucial part of this video, and I'm glad I did it. Now, as you can see here, there are a bunch of shrimp all over this tank. They're extremely adorable, and they're just so small I can't even explain to you. I don't even have a macro lens on this camera, so I had to stand back quite a ways and zoom in to try and capture them on video. Even though it was extremely hard to do and I had no idea I would even be able to do it, it paid off because it looks really cool. As many of you know, those breeder cages are only so good. Now obviously, nearly every single fish eats baby shrimp. Like, I mean any fish. Even neon tetras eat baby shrimp, which is crazy because you don't even think they'd fit them in their mouth. But they do, and they eat them. So basically, I am protecting these shrimp from the predators of this tank, which is everything. Not the shrimp, but everything else. So I had them in this breeder cage. I come in here just randomly one night and I look, and there's a baby shrimp on the outside of the cage. Now, if any of you have this breeder cage, you will know that these slots are actually fairly large. Like, even Fry can get out of here, which is crazy. I don't even know why they designed it like that, but it happens. This shrimp was on the outside of this cage, and all of a sudden he jumps down and starts swimming throughout the tank. And I'm like, okay, that guy is dead. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get him. And I didn't get him, so he might either be hiding or he's dead, which kind of sucks. Now, this happened 2 more times, which is okay because there's at least 6 of them in here. I've seen them all at one time, so that's pretty cool, but it's kind of sad that I lost that many. So I'm like, okay, I have to do something different. So I went to the store and bought a Java Moss bar, which James actually has, but I thought it would be kind of cool. They didn't sell Java Moss at Petco, so I just kind of got the bar and I'm just like, whatever, I'm throwing it in there. So I throw that in there, and that doesn't help either. Those other 2 that I mentioned earlier got out even while that bar was in there. They didn't even care about the plant. So I was like, okay, this is definitely not working. Let's get something different. So I got a 2-gallon plastic bag, threw all the plants in there, and then dumped out the entire breeder cage so that way the female wouldn't be disrupted. I wouldn't be like taking out the water and dumping her in there. So I did that, and it's been working really good. My mom was especially concerned about this because she's like, how are they getting any oxygen? Now, if you watched my Q&A, which you have to if you haven't already, you would know that the air stones do not put oxygen in the water. The only way oxygen can be put in there is if the top is disturbed or you have plants. Now, plants release oxygen when they photosynthesize. So if I have the light on my tank, the plants will be releasing oxygen, thus creating an oxygen supply for the shrimp. So I have about 10 different kinds of plants in this tank. I also have floating plants, which I'm going to be putting in the 10-gallon, so I'm pretty excited. Now, because I have so many plants in here, it's also extremely hard to find the shrimp. So when I saw 6 at a time, I was kind of freaking out. So let's talk about the shrimplets. These things are about 1 to 2 millimeters in length. Like, these things are small. Pretty much the only time I've seen these shrimplets was when they're on the side of the bag. Even though I've only seen 6 at a time, there's probably close to 10 in here. But I mean, they hide really well. I also noticed that my female recently molted, which means that I'm trying to have even more shrimplets in about 40 days. For the most part, they just scavenge off of plants, which is why I have a ton in here, and they just eat the algae and all sorts of other stuff. You don't even have to feed these shrimp if you have a bunch of plants. Just to be safe, I probably put 1 algae wafer in there every 3 to 4 days. That way, if they get hungry, they still have something else to eat. Just letting everyone know, I'm going to be leaving for vacation on Wednesday of next week, so if there aren't any videos, don't be surprised. I'm going to be going to North Carolina, which is really cool. I've never been, and I'm pretty excited. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to go down below and hit the like button. It only takes a couple seconds, and I know you can do it. If you're new, make sure to subscribe as well while you're down there, and turn on my notifications so you don't miss any upcoming live streams or uploads. I'm probably going to be live streaming on vacation, so that's pretty cool. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.